All right. Recently they came out with the COVID Chi, Chi, which is spelled XI or QI, and I was like, Chi is a healing energy in Chinese, right? So, if you have the poison and the antidote, or if you could get the psyche to accept healing energy and make its own poison, like your mind can be your worst enemy. I really think maybe it might be connected to the monkeypox, and the boosting is a way to, um, it's a way to knock down your immune system from monkeypox, because we are immune to chickenpox and monkeypox, I think. So they're trying to ratchet that up with these boosters, and you already know boosting is not good for you. I want to find the monkey in here. I could read you about monkey. Is Kang Chi. See, QI, aka Chi. Right. This I actually was driven to write this down before from the website, and then when I went back and checked on the website godchecker.com, it was extremely summarized. Like everything was condensed. And it'd be weird if this is some kind of like something told me to do this, because this is like weird. Why do you write this down? I want to read monkey. I don't have a. It's not. I didn't have any kind of like way to look quick where I wrote shit. I just wrote it all fast. Kimchi. All right, man. I should make another video maybe if I don't find it that soon. Monkey once paid him a visit. So I gotta look up M. Maybe it is. Okay, it will be monkey. Here we go. Those are all his names. Where's King Chi? Monkey King. Monkey. It's monkey. Okay, monkey is not. I don't know if you can see this. Monkey is not Hanuman, rather an example. Provides instance that monkey is for the purpose and enthusiasm the same deity. It can be a trickster god. So monkey can be a trickster god, but Hanuman is more like a sage, right? They're all spiritual gangsters. All of the gods are spiritual gangsters. It's Chinese trickster god. Wu Kong, like Wuhan, Wuhan, Kong, Kang Chi, Kang, COVID Chi. Let me read this shit. The infamous, irrepressible Monkey King and great sage, equal of heaven, star of sage, screen and scroll. Monkey is the true hero of journey to the west. I don't know if you can read that word. Okay. I don't know what that means. The amazing novel of frivolity. I guess that's like playfulness and profundity, written by Wu Changyan, the 16th century, is one of China's 4 great novels. From the beginning of time, a certain rock on the mountain of fruit and flowers had been soaking up the goodness of nature and chi energy. One day, this pregnant rock released a stone egg, and from it hatched a stone ape, who solemnly bowed to the 4 corners of the earth, then jumped off to heaven. To have fun, not to heaven. This was monkey. He was high-spirited, egotistical, and full of mischievous pranks, he was soon having a wonderful time as king of the apes. But the niggling worry began to gnaw at him, one which would change his life. The Monkey King feared death. To find immortality, Monkey became the disciple of Father Subodhi. That sounds like Egyptian. Septek or Subodhi. Well, you know, there's a lot of pre-Diluvian Typhonians all over the world, so they could foster races. A rather dour Taoist sage, the sage, unimpressed with his simian tricks, gave the Monkey King a new title, disciple aware of emptiness. Monkey was very pleased with his epithet, and realizing it referred to the vacuum in his head. After much haggling, Father Subodhi uttered the words of illumination, explained the process of cloud flying, and also revealed the secret of the 72 transformations. 72 is like 7-Eleven, is like 36 chambers of the inner ear, which is the Eye of Ra. Again, there's like pre-Diluvian Typhonian fostering going on, which thought Monkey was extremely good value. Wait, let me read that over again. Oh, that was one long ass sentence. To find immortality, Monkey became this disciple of Father Subodhi, a rather dour Taoist sage. The sage, unimpressed with his simian tricks, gave the Monkey King a new title, disciple aware of emptiness. Monkey was very pleased with this epithet, not realizing it referred to the vacuum in his head. After much haggling, Father Subodhi uttered the words of illumination, explained the process of cloud flying, and also revealed the secret of the 72 transformations, which thought Monkey was extremely good value. Returning home to his monkey subject, he discovered they were under siege by a fearsome monster. Magic tricks were no good. What he needed was a weapon. So he whizzed off to the Dragon King Ao Kuang and cajoled his way into the treasury. There he found the great magic wishing staff, a huge rod of black iron which heaven had used to flatten the bed of the Milky Way. It weighed 13,000 pounds, but could expand to fill the universe or shrink to the size of a needle. Monkey was delighted with this WMD and used it to bludgeon many a demon thereafter. It wasn't long before reports of Monkey's tricks started to reach the austere ears of the Jade Emperor. First the Long Wang ocean dragons complained of rudeness and theft. Then Yen Lo Wang, the god of death, lodged a formal protest. That intolerable ape has just vandalized my filling system and made monkeys immortal. Filing system. This is written in contemporary by some people don't like when they do this, but they they tell the stories with some color or some flair, contemporary color or some flair. The same thing, they actually came up with another goddess in Hawaii, Pele, which is like sort of like a project of some enthusiasts. They don't like saying people don't necessarily like that because it's not grassroots, you know. What are you going to do? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay. God of death, large formal present. The intolerable ape has just vandalized my filing system and made monkeys immortal. What are you going to do about it? Not wishing to shed needles, Karma, the Jade Emperor, invited Monkey to heaven and gave him a job. Without pay, of course. This plan to keep the peace was amazingly successful for an entire day. Then Monkey discovered that his post as a keeper of the heavenly stables was so lowly, even the horse manure ranked higher than him. This could be an example of how sometimes the gods don't have human reasoning or understand the way people do, a reasoning focused more on linguistics than a model of behavior, still shrouded in chaos. See, now look, this is the same thing I'm talking about. Somebody else is up on this shit. Like, you big pharma, CDC, World Health Organizations, like they think of the logos when they come up with these fucking exotic names for new pathologies now, because since they got writer's block and you got caught them in a fucking lie, then they don't talk about transmissibility, which there are certain things you can say are transmissibility. You know, there are certain things that you can say are, they're not all, like, some of them are wonderful, some of them are good, some of them are not all that great, you know. But the doctors were referring to the transmissibility is taking place through either radiation, which could be heat, light, or a chemical compound called radium, right? And this has to be produced by a chain of proteins with no cell mass that it would have to get the cell to generate the energy for that to, you know, to. So how does the cell decide to replicate the virus instead of itself? And that is a whole thing about making the cell shut down and then reboot it, right? So maybe you can accept that a virus will just inject itself into the cell and impregnate the cell with itself, but the cell being contaminated doesn't mean it's going to replicate. And so where's the energy come from for this virus to do all these things, right? So that's where we need the scientists to speak up and give us a soundbite, right? And they won't do it for whatever reason, right? That we can get down with this shit. They won't really elaborate. Let me go back into this, right? So the monkey, let me read this part again. So yeah, sometimes the gods don't have a human reasoning or understand the way people do, a reasoning focused more on linguistics than a model of behavior, still shrouded in chaos, that of creative wisdom. I wrote that part in, but that's not what they wrote in. But if you think about aspects of behavior, is use in chemistry. Chemistry, right? So like a lot of times this goes into alchemy stuff, right? Even Molech sounds like molecule, you know what I mean? Insulted beyond belief, Monkey ran amok, burst into the Jade Emperor's court, and dared to threaten his August in person. The ruler of the universe sighed, consulted his advisors, and bestowed a new title upon him. Great sage, equal of heaven. That's much better, said Monkey, impressed. But by his very nature, the great sage was irrepressibly naughty. He just couldn't